Musikkmisjonen møtte en rolig, men åpenhjertig Noel Gallagher i Oslo i forrige uke. Han fortalte noen gamle røverhistorier, men kunne også røpe at han er blitt glad i å sitte hjemme med en kaffekopp og avis. Men helt tøffelhelt har han ikke blitt. Noel tar seg fortsatt gjerne en fest.
Oh yeah, I mean I like to go out. You know, I can still party on until 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. There's plenty of that. I do plenty of that as well, but yeah, I like to go and see bands when they come through London, especially if people are saying they're good and you should go and see them. So I prefer that to going out to clubs or anything. Nightclubs are for young people, and unfortunately I don't fall into that bracket anymore.
Men han kan altså fortsatt feste til 6 om morgenen. Hør Noel Gallagher snakke ut om forholdet til broren, blackouter, og at han egentlig hater å skrive tekster ganske snart her i Musikkmisjonen. Det kan virke som Oasis har begynt å lene seg bitte litt tilbake og ta livet litt mer med ro, men sånn har det ikke alltid vært. Da Musikkmisjonen møtte Noel Gallagher forrige uke, så kunne han blant annet fortelle at han ikke husker noen ting fra innspillingen av What's the Story, Morning Glory.
I don't think any of us can remember anything about recording Morning Glory. I can't remember one single thing about it. You know, because it was so quick. The 12 days was so fast anyway. 12 days is not a long time in the studio. And I can't remember, when I listen to it, I can't remember anything. I know it's there, and I know I was there, because I've seen photographs, but I can't remember anything. Nothing.
Selv om Noel ikke kan huske det, ble Oasis andre album What's the Story, Morning Glory spilt inn i Rockfeld Studios i Sør-Wales. Og det hele skjedde i løpet av 12 korte dager. Ingen av de andre i bandet hadde hørt noen av sangene før. De bare gikk inn i studio, spilte inn sangene og dro. Så Noel Gallagher mener egentlig at plata bare er en haug med demoer.
Nobody had heard any of the songs before we went in, and basically that album is a bunch of demos, you know. It's funny because we never took any time over that record at all. We just went in, recorded the songs, and left as quick as we could because we were back out on tour. And then it went on to be one of the biggest albums ever, which is quite crazy. Because if I'd known it was going to be one of the biggest albums ever, I'd have made it sound a little bit better, you know. But there you go.
Some of the lyrics for What's the Story, Morning Glory, you were riding like 5 o'clock in the morning, all hammered and...
Well, Champagne Supernova was written at about 5 in the morning. Morning Glory was written at about 5 in the morning. Well, I didn't have anywhere to live at the time, so I'd be writing them in hotel rooms when I used to get in from being out partying. And I'd kind of come in and just write, you know. But, yeah... That's the kind of thing I used to do when I was a kid.
Og mens Noel har skrevet de fleste sangene, har vel lillebror Liam stått for de største skandalene. Noel mener at han og Liam er komplett forskjellige mennesker. Noel synes at Liam er ond, og han har egentlig aldri likt han noe særlig.
I don't really like him that much.
Why?
Because he's kind of rude, and he's not very... Do you understand the word magnanimous? Well, it's kind of means he's not very nice to other people when they're not in the room, kind of thing. And he's loud, and he's quite evil.
Is he evil?
Yeah, he's evil. I do think he's evil.
But in what way is he evil?
Well, he's just very rude to people. Do you know what I mean? And he's not a very nice person. And when he has a drink, he's worse.
Men felles for brødrene Gallagher har nok vært drømmen om å bli rockestjerne. Hvem som ble den største stjernen av dem, blir de vel aldri enige om. Men Noel visste i hvert fall hva han ville, helt fra han var liten.
You know, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be fucking David Bowie, not fucking Morrissey. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to be the biggest rock star in the world. I didn't want to just be on the cover of the NME and go, hey, we're on the cover of the NME, you know, fuck that.
Do you think you've accomplished that?
Well, for a brief, I'd say for about 6 months in 97. Between 96 and 97, we were kind of the biggest band in the world, so that would have made me one of the 2 biggest rock stars in the world. And as I wrote all the songs, that kind of makes me bigger than Liam, I think. So I would probably say, yeah, I did accomplish that, yeah. Albeit very briefly. I was still the biggest star in the world. Thank you very much.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Because maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there were winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
Oasis på sitt beste, Wonderwall fra What's the Story, Morning Glory. Og Noel fortalte i stad at han skrev de fleste tekstene til dette albumet i fylla på hotellrom. Men på Oasis nyeste album, Don't Believe the Truth, har alle i bandet bidratt til låtskrivinga. Noel Gallagher, mann som en gang sa I am Oasis, sier at han ikke føler at Oasis er hans band noe mer, og at det er greit med litt hjelp.
They're all good songwriters, and I don't really see it as my band anymore. You know, I can't be bothered with all that. And, you know, it seemed to be in the past that we would all share in the glory of the band, but I would do all the work. I never quite understood that. So now it's like, well, hang on a minute. Why do I have to write all the fucking songs? So, but it helps that the other boys are good songwriters, and I genuinely do like the stuff that they do, so it's all good.
The stars about to fall.
hvis sant skal sies, så sliter Noel Gallagher med å skrive tekster. Det var enklere før når han bare rabla ned noe i fylla, men nå det vanskeligere.
I struggle with writing lyrics. It's not something it's not something that I enjoy doing, you know. I really do struggle with writing words, and it takes me ages. And I kind of labour and slave over every line and go, oh, is that good enough? I don't maybe. And it's funny because the words for Morning Glory were written, I just made them up as I went along, and I was drunk and I didn't care about it, so it's a funny thing. My perfect dream would be if I could write songs with a partner who was fantastic at writing lyrics, because I'd have made so many more albums. It's like, for instance, I've got about, I think, like bits of music where I record in my own studio. It's me playing the drums and the bass and the keyboards and the guitar, and all the music is worked out, but there's no words, and all the melodies are worked out. I must have about 50 or 60 songs like that, and they're all really fucking good.
But after this album, where do you see Oasis go after here?
I don't know. We may make another one. I don't know when that'll be though. I like my time off. I really don't know. I genuinely hope we make another record. I genuinely don't know when that'll be. It's kind of well, as you get older, you just slow down. You know. How old are you?
25.
25, right. Well, I'm kind of over 10 years older than you, and it kind of takes a lot of energy to do what we do, to travel the world and stuff like that. But so I don't know.
Det plutselig 10 år siden 1996, og Noel Gallagher, som før har sagt at han aldri skal gi seg, plutselig ikke så sikker lenger. Og det kan virke som at han setter like mye pris på å lese aviser og drikke kaffe som det å skrive låter og turnere verden rundt. Og at det nesten like greit å ikke lage så alt for mange planer.
Oh, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I don't really make plans about that kind of thing. It would be wrong for me to say, oh, well, we'll write another album next year and it'll be out at the end of that year, because things don't work out like that. You know? So I tend to not make plans so much. And then you don't have to break them. You have to go back to your real life to appreciate being in a band, I think. And I miss my real life because it's very peaceful and very quiet.
What do you do when you just have your normal life?
Well, I don't do a great deal, which is fantastic for me, because I sit around my house and if I'm not going on holiday, which I love doing with my girlfriend, God bless her. When I'm not doing that, I'm sitting around the house doing exactly what I do on holiday, which is fucking reading either newspapers or books or watching television, drinking cups of tea, smoking cigarettes, enjoying the peace and quiet. Musikkmisjonen.